This week on Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we offer a community special with University of Vermont Medical Center's Stroke Support Group, led by Becky Louko. In today's episode, stroke survivors and their caregivers share personal attributes that have been helpful in recovery and lessons they've learned, while also offering gratitude for each other. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our community special with University of Vermont Medical Center's Stroke Support Group, led by Becky Louko.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org.
Hello and welcome to Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke. Stroke offers a powerful, life-changing shift in perspective. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. Beyond Stillness offers a moment of pause for storytelling and reflection. Ultimately, we create a welcoming environment that reveres the moment beyond stroke's paralysis. Still moments unite humanity and divinity. I'm your host, Molly Bucola. Now we begin with a moment of pause to honor the way that wisdom has emerged through recovery. And we give thanks. Now, University of Vermont Medical Center's Stroke Support Group.
I think patience is the biggest thing I probably learned. You just have to have hope and be patient as things develop. Things just don't happen real fast. And this is many years later, we're still dealing with this stuff. But we've made a good life. I think we're both pretty happy now. Don't give up. Yeah. You always keep looking for something, the next thing that might be the answer. In the news just yesterday, it was some people implanting things in the brain, and the guy couldn't. He was actually moving his hand.
Yeah.
And it's like, your ears pop open and say, oh. This guy was quadriplegic, I think.
Oh, jeez.
Got his hands moving, and touch and actually feel too. He couldn't feel. So.
Wow.
Anyway, so you just don't know what might come up. So you always have to keep looking.
Yeah. Things can change. Patience and hope. Thank you.
I think for me, the importance of community and finding other people who understand this journey that we've been on with this support group through UVM. We went to stroke camp, just trying to find those people to surround ourselves with that can be a real sense of support because they understand. I mean, every stroke's different, every recovery is different, but at least there's that commonality that has been really important for me personally as a caregiver.
Community. People that understand. That's why all of you are here today, is my guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that there's, similarly to what other people have said about always looking for the next thing and always keeping hope, I think it's part of that. It's paired with that, keep looking, keep building that community. So I think Project Independence, the adult day center that Trent goes to, that was a community that we had never been a part of. And then it's become such an important part of our lives. So yeah, it's out there. You just have to look for them.
thinking about your own recovery, what do you want others to learn from you, from your story? This is time to toot your own horn.
Can I toot their horn?
Yeah, Becky.
I think the one thing that I have seen as the facilitator of this group for a really long time is just the dedication to keep searching for the next thing or the next connection. And so I think a lot of the people on this call are actively participating in many of the, I mean, we're really lucky that we have so many sports related activities that are adaptive for people who've had a stroke. We have the aphasia choir that does a yearly performance and does so getting out and singing and being part of that community and just looking for the next things, like from different interventions and treatments and being able to share that. I like the word persistence and perseverance. I think we see a lot of that and not get like, okay, you know what, I'm done with therapy for the moment, but what's the next thing that maybe I can do with therapy, or what's the next goal that I have about getting back to a particular activity that I did before. And although a lot of times it's different than what it was pre-stroke, I think folks can get back to doing those things. I think all of them would say, like, I would have never thought I'd get back to kayaking or skiing or biking, right? But those are doable things. It's just figuring out how to do that in a different way. And I think the patience component is part of it too. Like the patience to say, okay, I need to figure this out, and how am I going to do it different, and being okay with doing it in a different way. But all of these folks, I see that every time that we meet. There's always some new idea, or I want to share this thing, and it's so important.
Thank you, Becky. This is the persistent crew.
Yes.
There's always a way. Yeah. But we need patience to accept that it will look a little different.
Went to the group today, and there was 30 people there.
For the aphasia group?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And they all said the same thing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. Yep.
It was an OT class from the University of Vermont.
Yeah.
They all came to find out, to see the 10 stroke survivors that participate in this
Yeah.
Tuesday morning group at the university.
Yep.
It's actually a class in the speech and language program. Each semester they have 2 students and then 1 professor, but the 2 students work with 8 to 10 stroke survivors, and they all have aphasia. So the strokes are on the left side and affects the right side, and but they're all different, and those students really get a good taste of what they're going to face as they go. And we also go to sports trainers, or there's another class that
Exercise trainers, probably.
Bob and Rachel volunteer. They go and act as guinea pigs for
3
or 4 days, and the students develop a program. And the professors afterwards said students over the years feel like that's one of the most significant classes they have. Where these guys go and say, "Here I am, deal with me." And, so that's one way we can. Rachel likes to volunteer for that, because it's a chance for them to see somebody that has a real stroke. They get to move her and have her see what she can do. So there's a lot of ways that the stroke survivors here can teach and pass on some information and open up some eyes and minds.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't in group this morning. I was skiing.
You played hooky, huh, Rachel?
Yeah.
I know.
2 weeks in a row.
This is the confessional. I love it. So thinking about your own story, your own journey through recovery, if someone were to make a movie about you, what would you want someone to learn from your experience?
Willing to work with anybody. I had different physical therapists and different occupational therapists and doctors, and I would see dozens of people all the time. And I was happy to work with any of them.
I think another thing about Trent is that he's very appreciative of everybody that worked with him and gave their time. And that was always just grateful, you know.
You got to rely on people to help.
I keep hearing two-way street and community. Inviting others into our experience, connecting with people, being open, asking for help, and also stepping up to offer help, showing up for the studies, showing up for the group for other people. In that way, you're offering your help. What have you learned from each other? You have been in this group for a while together. What have you learned from other people in this room?
Well, I am always just so inspired by Ted and Rachel and how they are always getting out there and finding new things and living an incredible life regardless of limitations or challenges. And I have such admiration for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep moving forward.
Yep,
Yeah,
I like this.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
Oh, I see you're saying you're always going up, not plateauing, but always going up.
No.
You're showing us with your
Yep.
hands. Thank you.
I feel a great connection. I think when Bill said ask for help, that was what I had actually written down when I had looked at it. I just remember there are certain stages at every, there's just a new state, new adjustment every month. And there was a point where I just was very overwhelmed and we got Meals on Wheels and it completely changed our life. It was just like, ask and you shall receive. It really was just that one simple process. And it just was a very specific reminder that asking for help and we've had wonderful help, our daughter, and I talk to my sister every morning and we have a wonderful support system, but that extra little bit when I was too tired to cook at dinner really made a difference.
Thank you, Martha. Yeah, and knowing that somebody else in the room hit that point too, that they're like, oh yeah, I need to ask for help. So thank you for sharing that, Bill. And Ted also.
Oh, I just have such admiration for all of the survivors for sharing their experiences. And I would imagine it can be really challenging to revisit those difficulties and those moments. And I always learn so much from all of you too. I think you're all inspiring.
Got a lot of head nods here. Sounds like we all think each other are inspiring.
At the simplest level, I think that having this community and other communities just reminds us that we're not alone.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Bill. And when we're just trying to put our nose to the grindstone and do what needs to be done, sometimes that feels lonely. So when we're able to gather together, it allows us to step back a little and see beyond our own experience and deeper into our own experience.
Other than that, the admiration has grown immensely. My wife, married for 51 years, and just see her determination is wow. I don't know how I would react, but I'm amazed at how she reacts.
Yeah.
Has taken this whole thing on.
Yep.
Yep.
Can't say I'd be as positive as she is. So she's been very positive throughout the whole process.
Good.
Thank you, Ted. Communicating on various levels between care partners, between survivors and caregivers or care partners, whatever people want to call it, being able to share in the way that you just shared is really important, to communicate on a different level about something other than what needs to be done in order to get out of the house or what needs to be done in order to get the insurance bills through, all of that. I admire the way that you just shared, Ted. I admire how each of you have shared today. Like Nikki said, it's tough to think back on our experience in an emotional way. We're just trying to get through. And you sharing today with each other and sharing with anyone who listens, I think that it's a reminder, one, that we're not alone. Two, that things like patience and persistence and cussedness and acceptance and openness and hope and humor, all of those are important and have a place somewhere within recovery. And that every individual experience, every person's experience, and every part of every person's experience is important and is part of something greater. You are part of something greater. Thank you for sharing today. Thanks for inviting me to.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Molly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Storytelling empowers us to share our experiences in a way that invites others to reflect on their own. In closing, we offer reflection questions as an opportunity to spark dialogue with yourself, friends, family, or fellow stroke survivors. I will read questions aloud, and you can also find them written in the podcast episode description. Community conversation prompts. Which of your strengths, talents, and/or personality traits have helped you through recovery? How? What empowering lessons have you learned from fellow stroke survivors?
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org. Another way to support is to like, share, or subscribe to our weekly show.
Thank you for listening to part 2 of our community special with University of Vermont Medical Center's Stroke Support Group, led by Becky Louko. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. Thank you for joining us for this conversation on resilience, patience, and the strengths that carry us through recovery. Each journey is unique, yet we find connection in shared experiences. May these insights empower you this week and beyond. Remember, as part of the stroke community, you are more than supportive. You are inspirational. If this episode resonated with you, please like, share, or subscribe to the show. And consider donating to Beyond Stillness Stories After Stroke. Together, we can amplify survivor voices of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope.
If you are part of the stroke community and have a story you'd like to share on the show, please contact us. Email molly@beyondstillness.org.